These are a bunch of knife reviews that were not paid for or sponsored by any company, so you know they're real. Our Patreons asked us to do a couple of videos on knives, so I set out some of my knives here. This isn't every knife I've ever carried, but it's the ones I've carried most recently, and we're going to go through them. So we're going to go backwards. This is the one I carry now, and flipping it around in this weird angle on video isn't going to be any kind of demonstration how awesome it is, but I can eventually give you the reasons why I carry this one. So this is the knife I carry. Oh, I wish I could remember what it's called. It's called the European blah blah blah, no lock, blah blah blah, something like that. It's a Spyderco. It's a legit Spyderco. It is Gin 1. So I guess that's because it's from Europe and they drink gin over there, or that's the name of the material. Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. One of the coolest things I think ever, period. And then it's on a knife, so coolest thing on a knife. And then it's from Spyderco. Coolest thing about Spyderco. Very few, I can't hardly say anything bad about Spyderco other than I think their knives should be cheaper so I could have lots of them. But man, they're cool, and I like everything about having. They don't say that on all of them. I like having one that says that I like carrying it around with me. I don't know what Gin 1 is for metal. I'm aware of some of them. We'll be doing a series on that. It's a decent metal. I got a little bit of I can feel a little bit of a burr on it now. I don't sharpen this one too much because obviously it's serrated, but I eventually got done having access. This knife is amazing. This is the knife I was carrying before it. The clip broke, and when you're fat and you jam something like this in your pocket, even though it's fairly thin compared to some of these others, we'll get into that later. When this thing broke, the clip broke, I bought one of these. And I bought this mainly, actually I'd already bought this. I had started carrying this. I bought this either as an example of a Gin 1, which it could have been, because I really don't remember buying reasons I bought it. It could have been to have a fully serrated, and it could have been to have a non-locking, or it could have been that it filled all of those, because at the time I was trying to buy knives to have an assortment so we could do decent reviews and stuff when we were into that more years ago. So I had this knife, and when I came time to evaluate some knives to get rid of, to sell or whatever, I started eyeballing this one thinking I was going to get rid of it, and I like it, everything about it. It's just, so this is the one I went from the Manix to this one because it's a little smaller, but mainly it's thinner, and doesn't seem a heck of a lot thinner, I guess, but it is thinner and makes a big difference in a pocket when you're a big fat guy. And this little clip ratio, like the clip ability of it, when you've got a similar size clip on a larger knife, less clippability ratio or whatever it's called, this thing, just the size and weight of this thing this clip is decent. It doesn't flip out on me. I shouldn't say that. It's flipped out once or twice, it looks like, but I haven't lost it. Thought I lost it recently, but every once in a while I think I lose it, but it's more because it's so lightweight I forget where it's at. But clip works awesome. For me, that's what I'm looking for, is a knife I can get my hand past to get other stuff in my pocket and have a decent clip. Well, you can't see what I'm doing, but I just put it in my pocket. What would you call it? The visibility of it is nil. You don't see nothing. Because I guess in Europe that would scare them. So a big fan of these type of clips, the wire clips, I guess. And this guy's so light, I go tip up, so I don't know why. I like it better that way. I can grab it out of my pocket and use it. And the shape of this one, pretty good. Put your hand up there with your finger up here. There's really no need to have a lock. It would be really difficult to, unless you're doing something really aggressive with it, it would be difficult to cut yourself with it. I haven't yet. And I like the full serrated blade. I like this weird sheep's foot looking weird thing. I don't know what that is. Sheep's foot? Drop point? I don't know what that is. It's flat, so just a very useful. And orange is awesome. And yeah, so that's about it. I haven't sharpened it ever. I've had it for a long time. I use it constantly. And like I say, there is a bit of a burr. It could use a sharpening. It's still super sharp even without the sharpening though. So whatever it is, the Spyderco, if I edit this, it'll be edited in. Otherwise, it'll just be in the description. I don't know how much work I'm going to put into these videos. Let's see some comments. If you need a better review of it, go for it. I did, looks like Gizzard is starting. I did recently thought I lost it, so I went to replace it because I really like it, and it's impossible to replace. So I can tell you that whatever the model is, if you can find it out there somewhere, let me know, because I would like to get a second one to replace it. Alright, so that's the next in our series. Stay tuned for more as we go through in backwards chronological order of the knives I've carried recently. Let us know in the comments what you think. Until next time, thanks for watching.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.